just for us at Auburn, the opportunity to play against a historic program like Syracuse, you just don't get those chances very often. They don't leave the Carey Dome very often, except for these tournaments or maybe the Big Ten, challenge. So when you get a chance to play against such a great program and a Hall of Fame coach, for me personally, and I didn't talk to the team about this at all, I was a student manager at Boston College when Jim was at Syracuse, pre-Big East. I saw Louis Bowie, I saw Manley Fieldhouse. So I knew Jim when he was a young coach, and I knew the relationship that he and Dr. Tom Davis had, one of tremendous mutual respects, two of the best golfers as head coaches in college basketball. And, so for me, kind of an honor to play. And I hope Dr. Tom Davis was watching. And I hope he liked what he saw, because most of what we do is what he taught me.
Questions from the floor?
Coach, what do you take out of these 3 games in 3 days? What do you see about your team now after that stretch here?
Well, I think we got a lot better. We had only played 4 games prior to, what did we only play? Timeout. We'd only played 3 games prior to being here, correct? That right? So we just played 3 games the last 3 days. We've got, we're 5-1, so I wasn't a math major. You just saw us play half of our season so far. So zone against Syracuse, a very difficult Loyola offense, athletes and physicality UConn. We saw a lot. So can we build on it now? That's the question. So we got a lot better this week.
Coach, did you think your defense or how you were going to play it was going to be able to take Syracuse out of its comfort zone?
Their zone is obviously legendary.
Not their zone. I mean, like their zone offensive. Your defense take them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it had to do with 3 games in 3 days. I bet you, I bet you that Buddy Boeheim would love to get a shot at us fresh. Those kids played 40 minutes in each game, and no, fatigue's a factor. We play 11 guys, and our guys were able to rotate being fresh. And that, for me, that makes for a great locker room. I've always played 10 guys double-digit minutes. Even Jabari being recruited to Auburn, part of the thing was, look, when you're on the floor, you're going to be fresh and furious to do what you could do. I don't need you to play 40 minutes. You're not playing 40 minutes. And he liked that. And he's been an unbelievable teammate. Between Jabari and Jalen Williams, we've got the best power on the floor in the country. We have the best power forward in the country. And those guys know that. And they feed off of it.
Questions from the players?
Yeah, Jabari, on the technical, what happened? Did you say something to the Syracuse bench, or?
Yeah, the game was kind of personal for my teammates and stuff. So I really just I was a little fired up, made a shot, said something I wasn't supposed to say. So I deserved the tag. That's really not me, but yeah, I was a little fired up and just chirped at him a little bit. That was all.
Personal? Was there a history?
I don't think we're going to get involved in that. So he answered the question about the technical foul.
Well, Bruce, if I could ask then.
He's not going to answer it.
You talked about having respect for Coach Boeheim. Did you talk to Jabari about what he
Yes, we talked about it.
All right, questions from Zoom, Justin Hilkinson.
Hey, Bruce. I think 7 turnovers for the game against that zone defense. Not many turnovers at all. First, really look at what you called that legendary zone defense. Just talk about the patience of your team on offense.
Well, when you've got Jabari Smith and Jalen Williams in the middle of a zone like that, and you're trying to get them the ball, and you put it in their hands, and you just trust them. You just trust them. You trust them to get it inside out. You trust them to get it to the rim. You trust them to make plays. And they're both terrific playmakers. I thought Wendell Green, did a great job, passing the ball for us as well, getting guys open shots, and we had a good inside-outside combination. And we've got good zone offense. The challenge was we put most of it in this morning. We'd only played 3 games prior. We really hadn't a lot of zone offense. But to these kids' credit, our concepts and a couple of new wrinkles. Like, look, we ran a zone set today that we haven't practiced all year. We were getting ready for UConn, Loyola, and Michigan State. We worked real hard on those 4 teams. The other 4 teams in that bracket, we said, look, it'll be the 3rd game. Our staff's prepared, but we just couldn't do anything with them all summer, so we had to get our zone offense stuff in. It was great. We just scored out of spacing, got good players and got high IQ.
Yeah, this is for Bruce and for Jabari. Talk about the importance of the bench tonight. 33 points, 16 rebounds, 11 assists. And then Dylan, too, talk about that, please.
Well, I think that's why Dylan Cardwell is with me, because Dylan represents, if you take a picture of Dylan, see him in that uniform, and say that's what Auburn basketball represents, I'm good with that. It's a wonderful, amazing young man. He's on a first name basis with our Lord, and they speak all the time. And man, guys like that are going to make our country great again. Well, we're just make our country great. Dylan played really, really well, and he was physical on the defensive end. He caught everything. We threw it to him at the rim. And he's as mobile a big man as there is in the country. So I just thought our bench, was terrific. Wendell coming off the bench, Jalen coming off the bench, Chris Moore, and then Lior Berman gave us huge minutes. And our guys just feed off that. When our 11th or 10th man is out there balling, that gives you great confidence. Gives us something to continue to build on.
What was the question? Oh, it was just a change of focus for not just for me, but for the team. We came in here excited to play and get the opportunity just to play and just be in front of a tremendous tournament. We played 3 historic teams. Loyola's a Final Four team prior to this. UConn's Final Four team, the one in 2011. You have Syracuse with the legendary zone, you know what I'm saying? So our change of focus, and we just locked in these past couple of days and focus on the scout that our coaches did an amazing job of doing. This is probably the most games I played in a 3-day span, if I don't count AAU. So it's hard on the body, but it's also a fatiguing on the mind, because as soon as we got done playing against UConn, we'd come back up here right for dinner and prepare for the next one. So it was fun. Just a change of focus is what I credit it to.
Hey, Bruce, KD had 14 steals in these 3 games, and you put him in the starting lineup for the first time down here. What did he bring to you guys in this whole tournament on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, he had so many steals that security here at the Bahamas were concerned about all that he was stealing. I hope he just didn't take any soap or any shampoo or anything like that. Katie's a playmaker. He's a playmaker, and he's aggressive. And so I love the fact that he makes a lot of good decisions to come off the ball. He has a feel for when a guy needs some help, and he's willing to go make a play. And when he goes in, he usually gets it. Kind of like a shark, with a little blood in the water. He just sees that blood, and he just goes and gets it.
First of all, how's it going? And look forward to seeing you guys back in Auburn. Just 2 things. One, how are you guys feeling physically and mentally after playing 3 games in a row? And then from there, what can you take from that just going forward as you continue non-conference into SEC play?
Mentally, I feel like we're in a good place. We feel like we should have won 3 games, but we came here to win 2, and I think we did that. So mentally, I think we're fine. I know we got better through the losses, through the wins, through the bad spurts, through the good spurts, and I just feel like mentally we're in a good place. Physically, we're a little tired, but it's gonna be a quick turnaround with us playing UCF at Auburn. So just giving our body time to recover and then just preparing for the next game, really.
Any more questions from the floor?
Wait, I meant that for Dylan and Bruce as well. I know Bruce is out there coaching hard. So.
I feel perfectly fine. I feel like this tournament represents what it takes to be great. We came into a neutral site, but you could still feel the hostility between the crowds and stuff like that. So it felt like both teams were at home. So I just feel like this tournament prepared us prepared us to be a better team, prepared us for March, and we're not looking too far in the future, but I feel pretty good about our team.
I'm sure the guys are, tired, but I thought their conditioning was great. Our strength coach, Damon Davis, does a great job. Our assistant coaches, did a phenomenal job with the scouting reports. This was Stephen Pearl's scout. What an honor for him to go up against a Hall of Fame coach and a scout, and he had us really well prepared.
Last question on
Yep.
the floor.
Bruce, when you have a talent like Jabari, who is as highly ranked coming into the college level, and you may only have him for a year, how do you bring along a guy like early in the season to sort of build him what may be a short stay? You've used him some in the post here, you used him on the wing, different looks here.
Well, I want him to be a complete player. I want him to be inside and out. I want him to be able to guard multiple positions, and I just want him to affect winning, and that's all he cares about. It's all he cares about. He wants to help the team win. Like, when we don't win, he'll probably would have wanted for me to even ask him to do more or put him in positions to do more just because he wants to win. He doesn't care about his numbers, just wants to win. So that's what you want. And so, but I coach him pretty hard now. I mean, I'm not, but he's fabulous to coach because he wants to be pushed, he wants to be coached, and he wants his team to win. And so wherever he goes, his team's going to win. His team will win.
Talking a little trash on the field? Yeah, we get it. Trashing the state with litter? That's terrible. Keep it clean. Keep Alabama beautiful.